If we are to have another contest in the near future of our national existence, I predict that the dividing line will not be Mason and Dixon's but between patriotism and intelligence on the one side, and superstition, ambition and ignorance on the other. But my later experience has taught me two lessons. First, that things are seen plainer after the events have occurred. Second, that the most confident critics are generally those who know the least about the matter criticized. I only knew what was in my mind, and I wished to express it clearly. In every battle there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then he who continues the attack wins. The art of war is simple enough. Find out where your enemy is. Get at him as soon as you can. Strike him as hard as you can, and keep moving on. I have never advocated war except as means of peace, so seek peace, but prepare for war. Because war never changes. War is like winter and winter is coming. I know only two tunes. One of them is Yankee Doodle, the other isn't. There are but few important events in the affairs of men brought about by their own choice. I propose to fight it out on this line if it takes all summer. Leave the matter of religion to the family altar, the church and the private school supported entirely by private contributions. Keep the church and state forever separate. I have never advocated war except as a means of peace. There never was a time when, in my opinion, some way could not be found to prevent the drawing of the sword. The distant rear of an army engaged in battle is not the best place from which to judge correctly what is going on in front. No other terms than unconditional and immediate surrender. I propose to move immediately upon your work. The darkest day of my life was the day I heard of Lincoln's assassination. I did not know what it meant. Here was the rebellion put down in the field, and starting up in the gutters. As time passes, people, even of the South, will begin to wonder how it was possible that their ancestors ever fought for or justified institutions which acknowledged the right of property in man. Nothing could be more dishonorable than to accept high rank and command in war and then betray the trust. I thought how little interest the men before me had in the results of the war, and how little knowledge they had of what it was all about. The question of who devised the plan of march from Atlanta to Savannah is easily answered. It was clearly Sherman, and to him also belongs the credit of its brilliant execution. Labor disgraces no man. Unfortunately, you occasionally find men who disgrace labor. If you see the president, tell him from me that whatever happens there will be no turning back. If men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail. The will of the people is the best law. My failures have been errors in judgment, not of intent. There never was a time when, in my opinion, some way could not be found to prevent the drawing of the sword. No theory of my own will ever stand in the way of my executing, in good faith, any order I may receive from those in authority over me.